How do you like that, Dad?
Freddy's Revenge. Okay, so that movie didn't answer anything. Who the hell's Daisy Taylor? Stop looking at things.
Oh my god, I can cook.
It's not even her. So I've had many discussions at work and other places, usually the internet, because let's face it, that's where the rest of us are at when we're at work. If you could like get rid of like one of the movies that you've seen, like horror-wise, what would it be? My answer for the longest time has always been Freddy's Revenge.
Mommy, why can't Jesse wake up like everybody else?
Shut up, Becky. I just don't find this one very memorable. And then when you even say that to like people like at work, when I mentioned that, they're like, which one was that one again? I'm like, that's the one where like he gets possessed by Freddy Krueger, and then his girlfriend ends up having to save him, so his girlfriend's the hero the whole entire time, and there's like a shower scene. That's all I remember. And they're like, oh yeah, I vaguely kind of remember that. Anyway, to change my answer, it is Ice from the Sun, or SIK, which is Serial Insane Clown Killer. Ice from the Sun, at least I could defend that one. And yeah, I have it. It's over there somewhere, and no, I'm not getting it, but I do have footage. Hopefully it goes here.
He was dead down there until some of the other residents and I started to smell the guy rotting.
You can let me go.
You won't have a chance.
But do I actually hate the movie? No. But I do have an actual interesting story before I start to change my mind about this whole thing, maybe. I don't know. So this, if you can see, is the collection from the DVD that this first came out. Where it was like the big long collection that only had like the first 7. And my roommate took the DVD out and threw it in the fucking trash. I'm like, the hell, man? We spent like $80 on this fucking thing. Like, what are you doing? He's like, the movie sucks. I'm like, it sucks that bad you threw it away? So that has always been my answer. However, I actually did throw away Serial Insane Clown Killer because it was one of the worst things I ever showed people, and I have never forgiven myself. And also, it cost like $30 to buy back online, and fuck that. One of the defenses I've heard online is that this is somehow like a gay pride icon movie or some such bullshit. I mean, I kind of can get that. The whole point is to change my mind. So I'm going to go watch it, and then like we'll be back to do this whole thing again. Be like 3 seconds or an hour and 45 minutes or whatever the hell it is. How long is this? Side note, I'm wearing pants.
Hey, you want to go out and get a movie or something, hang out, maybe take things off your mind, get a pizza or something?
Hey guys.
Okay. So that movie didn't answer anything. Is it a good movie? No. Is it a gay allegory, as I was once told? Honestly, yeah, I can see that. But the only way I can see this working at all as a Freddy Krueger movie, or even as a movie at all, which has any logic that doesn't piss me off, the entire thing is a dream. I know, somebody's probably covered that in the last, when does this come out, like 40 fucking years ago? Somebody's probably said that, and it might be intentional, but I haven't seen this in a very long time, so fresh in my mind. So it starts off on the bus, it ends on the bus. I don't think we ever see reality. I think he's still on the bus, because one, it ends with him on the bus, and it starts with him on the bus, but he has a fucking car. It's a beat up ass fucking car, and like anybody can have it, anybody can start it up. So his girlfriend does at the end of the movie, and you're like, okay, but like nothing actually happened with your car. It didn't like blow up or explode or anything. Like, where the fuck is your car? No, she just left it over there, the fucking boiler room. But like, no, you gotta take the bus now. There are a lot of sweaty men in this movie. Mainly the main character. And as a sweaty man myself, I sweat a lot. Jesus. Maybe he's so sweaty because he's got a picture of Kate Bush and he keeps running up that hill. He is super fucking sweaty every goddamn time. And as soon as he walks through the door, he's dry. And you're like, you fucking jumping the shark. Also, at one point, why is he fucking wearing shoes in his house when he goes downstairs? The only reason I know that he's wearing shoes is because he's about to like smash the fucking orange juice bottle, which is the only thing I can think of. And then he walks outside. The other time he walks downstairs, he's barefoot, and then he ends up going to a gay bar for some reason with his shirt all out, and he's just like, hey, give me a beer. And then they give him a beer, and then like the coach shows up and then makes him run laps, and then like for some reason that coach gets strung up in the bathroom and then killed, which that doesn't even make sense in like the Freddy Krueger universe in and of itself, because like Freddy Krueger was a child murderer. I don't think he touched children. I think he just stabbed them a lot, which, yeah, that's fucking better. It's not, by the way, Pedro Lopez. May rest in hell. Very uncomfortably. Just like, why? He's a grown man. I mean, unless it's like they're only there to like really torture the main character, Mike, or fucking Gary Newman, as I kept calling him throughout the thing, because he just looked like the cover of Pleasure Principle. Just, he has no personality. But that scream, though. Chef's kiss. If he has like a slight personality, it immediately changes in the next scene. And it waffles back and forth so many times. He has no concrete reality. Sure, there's a lot of like allusions to like I guess gay struggle. You know, just being there with like a chick, but like he like really wants to turn into Freddy Krueger, like a stylistic choice to push that like idea of that being like a horror story, and that turning it like to what it is. And that I fully respected if that was what it was trying to do. It's coming off as a little bit too fucking Season of the Witch, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I like it as like it's like Halloween. I love fucking Halloween, but like Season of the Witch is a different movie completely. I like to think about that movie as if it ties into like, you know, like Michael Myers' mask has like powers or whatever, and like maybe that's how it transferred the powers into the kid or whatever. But that would make sense because he started murdering people when he had the clown mask. But whatever. Most horror movies get stupid when you think about them too long. Overall, would I watch this movie? Yeah, I have watched this movie like several times. I like the intro. Where he's just sitting there, just kind of like sweaty, like a fucking like lazier Napoleon Dynamite, and then like his dad doesn't. Well, it's Clu Gluger. I mean, he's been around for like forever. He's an ancient actor, but it comes off as weirdly Pleasantville in certain parts, which I fucking love Pleasantville. The effects are weird, but there's a certain charm to them. Like when the rat shows up. And then it's like a normal rat, and I'm like, oh, look, a little cute rat. And she's like, oh, a gross rat. And I'm like, we're living two different worlds. And then it turns into this like evil creature, and I'm just like, oh shit, never mind. You were right. And then like a cat jumps onto that thing, and then like it eats that, and then it like makes this ugly, gross thing. In the movie, especially once we get to like the party happening, Freddy just starts doing stuff without the main character, which was the whole fucking thing for the whole, you know, the first movie. Freddy like got fucked over by Nancy, and I guess like the dream power gods were kind of pissed off at him, so like he's going to go like a new technique. He's going to like try possessing people for a while, see if he can do that right. And then he gets like external fucking powers, and now he can just light shit on fucking fire and like explode birds for no goddamn reason. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Making beer cans explode. Like, what? Like I don't understand. Like, Freddy does not have those powers unless he's in Dreamworld. And if everything happens in Dreamworld, because also like the fence was electrified for some reason. And as for like what my friend was saying, like, you know, like why he doesn't like the movie, I completely understand, because like it follows none of the rules that it sets up in the previous one. It goes on a completely different tangent. And it tries to do something new, which like, I mean, sure, if you're gonna like maybe innovate on the original powers that the main villain has, and you only have a sequel to go for. One, why would you give him more fucking powers? He already has like terrifying dream powers. That's fucking terrifying. We proved that with the next one. And also we had like a level reality of like, okay, and like now there's a mass hallucination thing, which I think they were trying to make sense of this movie with like the next movie with like them having like a shared hallucination, which yeah, you did have that in the previous one, kinda, but like not to that scale. And I think like everybody who even dies in this either is on that school bus on the way to hell, and then like at the end it goes. I was like, okay, that's fun. I hate the redesign. He's so fucking slimy. I don't like it. But hey, again, I watched this movie because somebody said this is a gay allegory, and yeah, I kind of get it. And like you want to see some like bare man ass? Sure, great, go ahead, fight. Nice ass too, good. You know, like look, ooh, ass. I mean, like one, it doesn't even try to go in that gay angle except for like one line, which when he goes to his friend,
Oh my god.
the bully or whatever, Enrique. I don't know his name. I don't know his name right now. Let's call him Enrique or Glenn. Let's call him Glenn Enrique. So Glenn Enrique agrees to watch him as he sleeps. He goes, cool, he's asleep. Dope. Crazy guy's asleep. I'm going to take a nap now. And then he gets murdered. Him getting murdered makes total sense because he's a teenager. So, like, Freddy would go after that. Granted, I think, like, the original thing was, like, he was going after all, like, the kids of the people who wronged him, which, again, he's already a fucking child murderer. He killed 20 kids, according to this, which I think it was, like, he killed 20 kids, but he got off on a technicality, and then, like, the townspeople got all mad at him because, well, you killed 20 kids, fuck you. And they burned him alive because you killed 20 kids, fuck you. Then he gets demon powers to come back or something. I don't know. They don't explain that till the last one. I don't really have much else to say except for, like, you know, like the Freddy's Revenge thing makes no sense. It's like he's coming back again, but like he was already coming back. His revenge was the dream thing. So this is like him coming again. Oh, I mean, coming again and coming again is fine. It's fun. It's great. Feels good. A little stressful. But it's like Manos, the Hands of Fate. You know, Manos means the hands. So it's the hands of fate. I don't like this movie, but I respect this movie. Out of 10, enjoyment factor, 6, 7. Visually, everything. There's not a lot of fucking dialogue, which is kind of strange. It's a lot of, well, sweaty men, then him dancing around. And you're like, okay, cool. And then he runs, and then he kind of has like a half-assed conversation with the guy in the background. And you're like, okay, does this mean anything? Do I learn anything about these characters? I watched an hour and 25 minutes. An hour and 25 minutes, and I still learned nothing. That would push the narrative forward that I know they're going to have to undo. Mainly because, like, I think because if you watch the previous one, you have the expectation of knowing when Freddy can get you when Freddy can't. So having the entire movie where Freddy gets you, you have no time off. There's no break from the tension. You're not like, oh, thank God, my characters are safe. The entire thing is just like, and it's just, you know, it's like, he might be gay. Do you like cock? That's the subtext, but I get where you're getting from it, and that, hey, whatever. I probably said that too many times. I'm very tired, but I'm trying not to let the sleep demons get me, or the clowns. If you like this movie, cool. There are other ones I think are just better in like the series, but you know what? I can defend most movies. And I don't even have to defend this movie. This movie defends itself. 10 out of 10. Had a great time. Thank you so much for watching. Please be safe out there. And please be beautiful in whatever you do. There you go.
Just say the